Oh, hello and welcome back to a Minecraft Hardcore World. Now, last time we built this flower shop which has a bunch of farms inside of it. And last time I also went to an ancient city where I didn't really get anything. So, outside the video, after that recording, I went to two more ancient cities, and as you can see, I've got a bunch of Sweepsneak books right here. But not only that, I've also found this thing right here. That's right, I found the Silence Armor Trim, the rarest armor trim in the game. And now I'm gonna show you a little clip of me finding it. Oh my god! Oh! Fly away! Oh god, get me up, get me up. Let's go! So yeah, now that I have the armor trim, why don't I start trimming my armor? So, let me get the things. So I will have a ward armor trim for my helmet, the eye armor trim for my boots, and then my chest plate and my leggings will be silence. So I'll need to duplicate this. There we go. Okay. So this is the order that I'm going to trim my armor. Ward, silence, silence, and an eye. So now let's quickly trim this. There we go. Not too shabby. Anyway, now that we have the armor trim, let's get to what we are going to be doing today. Now today, we are going to be continuing working on a town. And now there is two things, or two ways I could do this. I could extend out this way to build more shops, and then maybe the living district over there maybe, where all the houses are actually going to be. Or I can go out this way and build a harbor, or like a pier right over here. And I kind of want to build a harbor. So I guess today we are going to be working on the harbor. Now this harbor is going to be quite big, because what I have in mind is we're going to have, of course, the platform, the dock for the boats and stuff down there, as well as up here we're going to have like a lighthouse, I guess a warehouse, and to be an actual storage room. Maybe a warehouse right here. I want to be at a fishing shop, some market stalls, and a bunch of stuff. So this is probably going to be a multiple video kind of build. So it might be quite a while until I start extending that way. So so to work on this, what I want to do first is I want to extend the land over here a bit. So maybe like about here. Extend it all across. And also flatten out this place, because this is a bit weird if I'm going to build a warehouse here. So I need to, push this back, like all the way back there. So yeah, in time lapse, I'm going to be smoothing out this area, extend the land, and actually maybe build the wall and the platform of the pier as well. And I will also be boxing out where I want everything to be. So yeah, let's start the time lapse. Let's go. And there you have it. This is pretty much the frame of the harbor. I'm pretty much done. Right, so as you can see as well, there's a lot of wool around here. This is just, you know, me placing down like where what I want to build are gonna be. Right, so the orange wool are for market stalls, like maybe a fish stall, some bread, flowers and stuff like that. That is gonna be where the orange ones are. As for the reds, they are for actual buildings and shops. For example, this very big one this is gonna be the warehouse, which is also gonna be where I move all of my storage as well. I'm gonna move them into here. This one is just gonna be a pot or a place to grow a custom cherry tree, which I have planned. It's gonna be a big cherry tree in the middle over here. This is gonna be the butcher shop. Over here, up here is gonna be the lighthouse, and all the way back there, over here, this is gonna be the fish shop. This is gonna be the shop itself. This is gonna be the smoker or the furnace to cook. And this one is gonna be, I guess, I think maybe like a balcony with a hook, a large hook, hanging out a big fish into the ocean. I think that would look pretty cool. So yeah, I have everything planned out now. Warehouse, butcher shop, fish shop, tree, and lighthouse. Now let me show you the down here, which is gonna be the dock itself. Right, so over here, I'm thinking that eventually I'm gonna build like a fisherman boat, and the boat that the fisherman will go out to fish. Maybe I'll build it right here and right here, maybe 2 boats, I'm thinking. And down here, I think that eventually there's gonna be a bunch of barrels, some wood laying around, bamboo and stuff as decoration as well. And over here, since there's a kind of a roof above, we could put in like hay, pumpkin, melons, like food stuff should be down here. And then over here, eventually there's going to be a big boat, which I have not planned yet. So that is going to be probably way in the future when I build it. But yeah, if I'm going to build it, it's going to be right over here. Also, I have some lamps as well, and these lamps, they have a daylight sensor on top, so they will only turn on when it's nighttime. Over there, the wall is not yet finished. I will do this when I'm doing the lighthouse. I will fill in this when I do the lighthouse. I need to also excavate this area out as well. Now, I think what I'm going to build next is probably going to be the warehouse, so that I can move all of the storage into here. And I'll be running around here, so when I work on the rest of the builds, I don't have to fly over there anymore. There's gonna be 4 entrances, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can walk in, from any direction, whether I'm from that side of the map, that side, or even that side for some reason. I can just walk into here, freely. So yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of materials to build this, so let's put on a material gathering montage. Let's go. Come on, man. Okay, now that I have the materials, let's start building the warehouse. So first, I will start with the rim of the warehouse, which I am going to use stripped spruce logs to build. Like so. And now I will divide them into 5 sections, with the middle section being the entrance and the rest having windows. So I think about 5 blocks should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, and 3, 4, 5 here. There we go. 5 blocks for each section. And in the middle here, this is gonna be the entrance. And the rest is gonna be windows. So let's build up these rims. And I will add in a beam through all the way like this. And strip all of these. There we go, that is the rim of one side of the build done. And now let's fill in the actual walls, which I'll be using red blocks like red terracotta, mangrove, strip mangrove logs for the walls, because I think, you know, red that goes extremely well with spruce and also deep slate, which is what the roof is going to be made out of. So let's fill in the walls. There we go, that is going to be the walls. Now let's add some windows. Excuse me, I'm trying to build here. Where is it? And what that is going to be the design of the windows. I'll put into all 4 of the sections. There we go, that is going to be the windows. And now let's add in some bushes to add some greenery to the build. Now let's add some mangrove stairs to the entrance here to make it actually look a bit curved more. There we go, that is going to be the one of the walls pretty much finished now. So now all I have to do is to copy this onto the other side of the walls pretty much. So yeah, let's do just that. And there we go. Now our warehouse have 2 walls. Now that the walls, at least 2 sides of the walls are done, I think we can actually work on the roof now. Which the roof, let me put some stuff away. Now the roof is gonna be made out of deep slate, but it will have polished diorite for the rims. So the outside will be white and the inside, or the majority of the roof, is gonna be black. There we go, that is the roof of the warehouse. Now I'll add in some glow lichen to, you know, light up the roof a bit so that mobs can't spawn. There we go, now mobs cannot spawn our roofs. Also, now that we have the hanging, a bit of overhang, we can now actually put in some lanterns onto this as well to light up the place. There we go. Now the warehouse actually looks pretty good. at this angle, because if you go over here, there's a gaping hole through the warehouse. So let's work on these walls next. So first, let's find where the entrance is gonna be. I think this is the middle block. So 5 blocks for the entrance. So that means we'll have a pillar over here, like that. Go up to here. Strip it. Over here, I guess I can just go all the way up. And I guess I'll do this. Across over here. There we go, that is the rim. Now let's fill in the walls. And over here, let's add a window on this part of the wall right here. Let me get some working space first. There we go. Window here. There we go, that is the window. And now I'll put in some more leaves around this part to give it, some more greenery and to also fill in some space. So let me put a bunch of these around. And there we go. This is what the side of the build is going to look like. And now, same thing, I have to copy all of this onto this side of the wall. And there we go. That is the exterior of the warehouse completely finished. Now, actually, there's nothing here because I forgot one thing. I forgot to put in some buttons to give some, texture, I guess, to the build. So that, it's not just a flat wall. There's actually some bumps in the walls itself. There we go. You won't even really notice it in some spots, like this one. You can barely tell it's there. It really only pops when it's on terracotta, but it does give it a bit of some bumps, some irregularities to the walls, so I think it looks pretty good. Anyway, now that the exterior is done, we can now actually work on the insides, which, before I do anything, what I want to do right now is want to fill in a layer full of mud, because I want to cover up the windows to make it, looks like it's blacking out. Because if I don't do that, what you're gonna see through the windows are gonna be the back of a chest, which doesn't really look that good. I would rather see just blackness rather than a back of a chest. So I decided to just cover up the entire wall with mud and then put in the chest on this block instead. So yeah, that is what I am going to do. There we go. This should be enough. Now let's put in some chest on the first floor so that I can see where everything is gonna go, where it's gonna be. So I'll be having the chest pretty much in the same sort of layout as the chest over here, where I have, sideway double chest with a block, offset over here to signify what sort of items should be in this chest, like glass in this chest, dripstone in this chest, for example. So, but this time, right, for the warehouse, we're gonna have 3 double chests for each thing instead. And to also give some light, to the inside, I'm gonna put glowstone on top of the chest to give some light. And with glowstone as well, makes it so that you can still open the chest even though the glowstone is technically a full block. You can still open it. So yeah, I'll just do that for every single chest in here. There we go, we have all the chests now, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in the glowstone, and then I will put a layer of spruce on this height to be the second floor. There we go, that is the first floor minus the actual floor itself. Yeah, pretty much finished, apart from the floor and all the things to tell me what's in each chest, which I will do later. Because now I want to do the second floor, which is going to be a bit pretty much the same as downstairs, to be honest. I will have a chest over here. And behind here will be mud again, so I need to fill in the walls with mud again, and yeah. Also, I'll black out these windows as well. There we go. And the roof is gonna be at this level. This is gonna be the ceiling for the second floor, which I know there's a bit hanging here, which I think I will cover this with some leaves. But yeah, I now work on the second floor, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay then, as you can probably see in the time lapse, I did a little bit more than what I said I was gonna do, which is that I was just gonna work on the second floor. Well, I went overboard and I finished the floor, as well as labeled every single chest. Well, most of the chests. There's still some that are still missing, like this one, which I want to put in as a chest for frog lights, which I don't have just yet. I'll probably build a farm for that in the near future, as well as 2 more that I don't know what to put, and it probably end up being sulfur and cinnabar when they are added in the next update. And I've also transferred every single thing that I have in the storage field, I guess, that was here. Now I have dismantled everything and moved them all into our new storage room. This took a whole hour to do, by the way. On the ground we have some crafting tables, as well as some furnaces, a stone cutter, some ender chest, the broom stand are here. We have a smoker, some blast furnace and more furnace, as well as up here. And since there's not really many places for me to put a crafting table, I decided to hang them using chains, as well as an ender chest here. And yeah, I'd say that, you know, the harbor is starting to take very good shape. Also, I really should finish that wall, that part at least. But yeah, anyway, I think today, yeah, I did a lot, and you know, there's still a lot to be done, but I kind of want to keep that for the next episode, which is probably gonna be me working on the fish shop, and potentially I will also work on either the cherry tree or the butcher shop. I don't know what I'm gonna work on just yet, apart from the fish shop. I'll work that out. And yeah, I hope you guys are excited to see how this place will turn out. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.